Hello, welcome to Beyond Measure, a space of awareness because awareness is power. And I'm doing a collective reversal reading. This is people, places, and things. I position energy for high vibrating beings. So if you're a being that is staying positive, you're a being that have a high frequency and vibration, you doing your chakra work, shadow work, and breaking generational curses, this is a timeless message from my spiritual team with your spiritual team. And I'm seeing what the opposition energy is. This is what you need to be aware of and what you need to look out for while you're on your spiritual path or while you're healing, you doing your 1-2, you working on your family, finances, things that matter to you and your spirit. This is what the opposition energy is. This is the conscious energy that is going to attempt to keep you in a magic square, a matrix that is going to attempt to delay you from being successful, loving on yourself, and being true to your nature, your spirit, and what it is that you want to accomplish in your own personal life. And the first card I drew was the Strength card. So that means that they don't want you to have any strength. They want you to have self-doubt. They want you to have weakness and be low confident. And they want you to be like a coward, afraid. They want you to feel forcelessness, it says. It says they don't want you to feel like you can make things happen. They want you to feel like your energy is not strong enough or powerful enough for what is going on in your life and around you. They want you to feel afraid. They don't want you to have any strength. And that's a fire energy, and our fire is passion. To clarify the strength, I pulled the 2 of Cups and it's in reverse. So they don't want you to have no emotional connection, no strong relationships. They don't want you to be able to communicate. They want you to feel imbalanced emotionally. They don't want you to feel emotionally stable where you is second guessing yourself. They want you to feel tension and to feel separate, like you don't have no connection. And on your spiritual path, you may be alone, but that's you being alone in the 3D as you clear out your space in the 5D, 6D, so that you can start manifesting the people, places, and things that are aligned with you in the 3D, because we working from the inside out. So it's going to start that the people, places, and things around you is not going to align with you when you first, or not even first, now that you're aware that you are the creator of your reality and of realities, that you're not going to align with the beings, that's people, places, and things that's right in your circle, because these people, places, and things is what you were connected to and attached to even in a previous life. And then with the mindset that you used to have, the way that you used to think, basically they are people, places, and things of your past, from your past self. Now you are your new self. You are your spirit that is aware. So it's going to take some time for you to align yourself in a 3D sense with people, places, and things. So these opposition energies want you to feel like you don't have anybody, and you have to be strong enough, have enough strength to know that that's not true, to know that your spiritual team is walking this with you and the divine source. So also we have the Hermit in reverse. So this also means that the opposition energy do not want you to be aware of what's going on in the shadows. They don't want you to be aware of their secret plans, their secret projections, their death magic, moon magic. The Hermit in reverse can't see. The Hermit in reverse, it says, has an antisocial attitude. That go back to what I was saying, where they want you to think that you all alone in your surroundings. It has rejection. It wants you to feel that, okay, now you awaken, that everything else around you is rejecting you, and you have to be strong enough to know that that's not true, that you still in your process of aligning yourself. We have the Emperor in reverse. So not only do these opposition energies want you to feel like you all alone, they want you to feel like you don't have the strength to be a leader. You don't have the strength and the capability to make sound decisions for yourself and your life and your loved ones, what it is that you want to do for as a career. So it wants you, the opposition energy wants you to feel like you lack discipline. Like you just out here reckless, like you don't have a strong mind, like you don't have morality about yourself. The opposition energy that's going to cause people, places, and things to be around your energy, combating your energy, wants you to feel like you don't have a strong head on your shoulder. It also want you to feel like you are not connected to your spiritual team. The Four of Wands in upright is, that's your spiritual team connecting you. Connected with you, saying, hey, we here, you came back home. You can see the spiritual team in the background of this card saying, hey, we celebrate you, you came back home. But the oppositional energy that is doing what it's going to do wants you to believe that you have a lack of support, instability, and feeling unwelcome. The opposition energy wants you to feel like you not where you don't belong where you at. You don't have no support, no connection around you. The oppositional energy wants you to feel like your new spiritual tools that you using, that you're incorporating in your life while you're on your spiritual path, whatever your unique way of communicating with your spiritual team and protecting your energy, whether it's crystals or candles or making dolls, different objects that you're putting your spiritual energy source into to be used as a mechanism for your spiritual path. The oppositional energy wants you to believe that none of it works. It wants you to believe that you should still be a part of a certain type of religion. It wants you to believe that you're ignorant. It also wants you to believe that you're not getting nowhere. Because in the 3D, you may not have reached to a certain type of financial status. You might not have certain material objects that other beings have. But you are wise enough to know that these beings did something strange for the change to have that car, to have that home. You know that they have sacrificed their morality, their spiritual energy, their life source energy to have these things, and now they're going to be in a battle, lost and conscious because of the decisions they made, because they just wanted to be the it person. They were so in their ego. And the oppositional energy wants you to believe that you ain't getting nowhere. It wants you to feel frustrated. It wants you to feel that you have too many obstacles to reach to where you're going, and that you're not making no progress. And you have to have enough strength to know that that's not true. The oppositional energy also wants you to feel like it's too much responsibility. Like you just being taken over by the world, you just collapsing because now you are building your life based off of your spirit. You're doing it the right way, spirit, mind, body, versus mind, body, and then spirit. And the oppositional energy wants you to feel like you're going to break down, that this is all for nothing. Your spiritual path has no meaning. The sacrifices you made far as removing yourself from people, places, and things that don't have your highest good, that don't have their own highest good, because they're so lost into some kind of indoctrination or some belief that somebody instilled in them, whether through some kind of education, some trauma, some system. The oppositional energy wants you to feel like you're a failure, and this is just too much responsibility. It wants you to turn back to having faith in whatever it was you was into before you started your spiritual path. Whether you was going to a church, or you trusted in some kind of man, woman, you believed in your career to be the way. The oppositional energy wants you, it says it again, lacking confidence, and wants you to start being jealous of what other people have. It wants you to be selfish, temperamental, where you don't feel emotionally stable, and it wants you to start bullying other people for their life decisions, their choices, and what they're doing in their lives. And that's what the Queen of Wands in reverse. And you know, the Queen of Wands in reverse can be very malicious, very hurtful, and that Queen of Wands energy in reverse will stop at nothing to get what she or he, because it's an energy, wants what they desire. The oppositional energy at this time also wants you to believe that you have bad luck, that you lack control, and that this cycle, or the cycle that you just completed, is still continuing on, and that you on a hamster wheel, just going round and round and round, and not able to move forward with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It wants you to feel, like I said, unwelcome. And it wants you to feel like you not capable of changing. And change is just not for you. You want things to just stay the same. Or you want things to be how it used to be. It wants you to give up on yourself. The oppositional energy at this time wants you to feel insecure, lacking growth, lacking progress, and being negative, feeling neglected, feeling smothered in your environment. Nobody you can relate to, nobody cares for you. And this may be true right at this time in the 3D. But you know that you are now connected to your higher self. You're connecting to higher beings, frequencies, and vibrations, the galactic cosmic beings. These is the energies that we use to bring down heaven on earth. We channel above as angels, archangels, angelic beings. We channel the beings, the energies, the frequencies that's higher up from this 3D realm, and we manifest them down into the 3D. But the oppositional energy wants you to be in the Empress reverse. It wants you to not love yourself. It wants you, the energy, the beings, the frequency, the anything that's opposite to you living your best life and loving on yourself wants you to be in the Empress energy in reverse. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. All of this is reversal oppositional energy. Seven of Cups in reverse. Lack of purpose. Dreamy. Poor decisions. Confusion. So it wants you to feel like you cannot make a sound choice. Our spiritual teams, as we connecting as a higher conscious, our spiritual team is letting us know how they want you to feel and what they want you to think in order to keep that false perception going. They need your energy, your perception to keep it going based off of what you think to be real and what you feel to be real. Because we are projecting this reality. So if you can get enough people on the same page to think negative about one group of people, now that becomes conscious of its own. Now that's energy that's operating outside of the 3D that can be used to suppress people in the 3D. That is the oppositional energy that is being projected onto the collective at this time. We got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You know that the Ace of Pentacles and upright is a gift, a new gift from the divine source. But in the reverse, it wants you to feel that you made bad investments in your life or your spiritual path, that you have missed all your opportunities. You don't have no more chances. You don't have no more opportunities. It wants you to feel instability, like you on your last straw. You just can't take it no more. You don't have no connection to the divine source, and you're not able to manifest or create or start anew. This is the oppositional energy right now. With me saying start anew, we got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, where it says there's a lack of quality. The oppositional energy wants you to believe that you have a bad reputation, a lack of motivation, that you lazy, that you don't have the skill or the gifts and the abilities, and that you are at a dead-end job. Okay? Maybe your job not a dead-end job. Maybe you have found a way to balance out your job and working on your spiritual path and sustaining yourself while you create what it is that you want to do with your that align with your purpose. These are the energies, the oppositional energies that is going on whenever you get the whenever this video come upon you, because it's going to reach you at the right time. If you have clicked on this video, it was meant for you to hear it. I'm being used as a vessel to channel this information at this very time, and I'm not only just talking to whomever will come across this. My spiritual team is telling me this at my spirit as well, so that I can also be prepared while I go out into this 3D matrix and redirect what it is that I want to be coming into my life, because it starts with the energy from within you. That is what you're going to attract to you. But not only will you be attracting that energy, people, places, and things to you, you also want to always attract the opposite, because we are in this realm of duality. But collective, spiritual family, you have to raise yourself up out of just being aware, being a part of the duality. You have to be aware of it, but then you have to raise yourself up where you have equilibrium. because now you are the judge of this. You see it going on around you, you're aware of it, and now you can control how you deal with it. A lot of times in these life situations, scenarios, you might not have the control of what is going on around you, but you got the control of how you react. The oppositional energy wants you to have fear of change, stand in a bad situation, no happiness. It wants you to feel conceited, unbalanced, overwhelmed, messy, exhausted. It wants you to feel like you don't plan well and that you avoid taking risks because you're too afraid to take action. This is the oppositional energy at this time. It wants you to feel like you just reckless spending money. It wants you to feel this way, but also not just feel this way. It wants you to be doing this. When we feel this and we have these thoughts, so then your feelings and your thoughts wind up, you're acting this out. People that is not self-aware, that are lost in consciousness, they're going to be acting these energies out. Greed, materialistic, possessive, and making poor financial decisions. This is not you, collective. This is not you. But you're going to be being greeted by these different people, places, and things that want you to unalign yourself and want you to have these feelings. These are the thoughts that's going to be coming into your mind. You're not your thoughts. You're reconstructing your mind because you are now aware. I am making you aware. Come across this video, I'm making you aware of the energies that's going on when you see this video, because this is a timeless message, and I am myself becoming more aware of the energies. It's all energies when you are on a higher conscious, a higher awareness, and you are creating from your spirit, mind, body. You know that it might not be that person particularly that's doing this to you. It's the energy that's housed in that person, because that person was on such a low vibrational frequency. Spirits need bodies. Spirits need a vessel. That's why your spirit is in your body, because it chose that vessel based off of the alignments and energies that it resonated with in a past life, and you now using that vessel as your spaceship, as your vehicle for this experience. And you chose this experience to come at this particular time because your energies, your signature energies, your gifts, powers, intuition, abilities is what the Great Mother and Father decided to put within you as well, for you to do your purpose, your part of your mission, whatever that is for you at this time. So you're going to have beings that's the opposite energy, because we are in a land of duality that is housing these low frequency vibrations. And if you was in a low frequency and vibration for some time, you think that energy, being, deity, entity want to see you not finish charging up their heaven and your hell. They're not going to want you to pull back your energy. Some of us got exes and family members who are projecting negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions towards us, or you, us, you, because you have pulled back your energy. It's all a fight for energy. which is a fight for space, which is a fight for spirit. And I just got my message that this is the end of this video. I appreciate you if you did click on this video, and I hope that is helpful to you. I'm coming to you as genuinely as I possibly can at this time, because sometimes I have felt alone on my spiritual path, or even just taking care of my family, because I've chose to walk this path because I know this to be true for me, because this is my experience. I know that I had to remove people out of my life who I really care about, but I also know that I had to be careful with my care. I can't care about all of this stuff on a 3D sense. How can I show my care? Right by doing this, bringing this information out, using my energies to project this information out, to project this energy out from inside out, not be used as a vessel for negativity. This is how I show my care. So continue to show your care, collective, by staying positive and doing the shadow work that you need to do for you from within. I'll be back with another timeless message, and thank you so much. Subscribe and like the video, share the video, because it may be people that you care about that's on their spiritual path, and they need to be aware of the oppositional energy that's trying to keep you down, keep you in the matrix, so that you can make a heaven for somebody else and a hell for yourself. And stop calling on them spirits in that book. My grandfather texted me about my uncle passed away, and I feel sorry and for my grandfather and my uncle kids and stuff like that, but I also feel like that spirit that family members been calling on for so long came to collect, because that's the spirit of sacrifice, and it's a sacrifice of blood. We all want to sacrifice in some type of way, but that spirit will always keep people in a trial and tribulation. You give me, I'm going to give you this, and you're going to give me this. And it's going to take from you what you care about the most, because it's always going to want you to continue. It's not going to never be a time that you're going to call on that spirit and it's just going to fix everything, because then you most likely not going to call on it anymore. You might be still be giving it praise and stuff like that, but it really loves when somebody is begging for its help. That spirit loves to be called God, loves for people to think that their whole life is only determined through it. So be careful with that book. And I'll be back with another video. Take care.